The region of Gadara was quiet, but it was not peaceful. By day, the hills looked calm and the sea reflected the sunlight. Travelers passed through the land, and life appeared normal. But when evening came, fear settled over the town like a shadow. People closed their doors early. Voices lowered. Children were called indoors. Because beyond the edge of the town, among the rocky hills and ancient burial caves, lived a man no one could control. He lived among the tombs. The place meant for the dead had become his home. At night, his screams echoed through the hills. Long, broken cries that sounded like pain, anger, and madness all at once. Sometimes he laughed, sometimes he cried. Sometimes he shouted words no one understood. Everyone in Gadara knew that sound. The madman. Once, he had been a normal man. He had a name. He had people who cared about him. He walked freely among others and lived a life that made sense. But slowly, something changed. Voices entered his mind. Thoughts that were not his own. Dark urges he could not control. The demons did not come all at once. They came gradually, until his mind became crowded, noisy, and broken. The people tried to help him. They tied him with ropes, but he tore them apart. They chained his hands and feet with iron shackles, but he broke them with terrifying strength. They locked him away, hoping time would calm him. Nothing worked. He escaped again and again, running back to the tombs as if drawn there. There, among the dead, he screamed day and night. He cut himself with sharp stones. Blood covered his body, but pain no longer mattered. His body was covered with scars, silent proof of battles lost inside his mind. Over time, the people stopped trying. They avoided him. They feared him. They warned strangers about him. To them, he was no longer human. He was danger. Hope for him was gone. But across the sea, something was already moving. A small boat approached the shore of Gadara. Inside it were Jesus and his disciples. The journey had been difficult. The sea had been rough, and the disciples were exhausted. But Jesus was calm. When he stepped onto the land, something shifted. From the tombs, the madman felt it immediately. The voices inside him reacted with panic. Fear surged through his body. His heart raced. He looked toward the shore and saw Jesus standing there. There was no weapon in his hand, no army behind him, yet authority surrounded him. The demons recognized him instantly. Before the man could resist, his body began to move. He ran down the hill toward Jesus. The disciples froze in fear. They had heard stories. They saw the scars on his body. This was the man no one could control. They expected violence. Instead, the madman fell at Jesus' feet. His body shook violently, and then he screamed, not in anger, but in terror. "What have you to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I beg you, do not torment us." The voice that spoke was not one voice, but many. Jesus did not step back. He did not raise his voice. He stood calm and unmoved. He looked at the man, not with fear, not with disgust, but with authority and compassion. Jesus commanded the unclean spirits to come out of him. The man convulsed, his muscles tightened. His breathing became wild and uneven. The voices begged and pleaded. Then Jesus asked a question that cut through the chaos. "What is your name?" For a moment, there was silence. Then the answer came. "My name is Legion," the voice said, "for we are many." The demons trembled. They begged not to be sent away. They begged not to be destroyed. Nearby, on the hillside, a large herd of pigs grazed peacefully. The demons asked permission to enter them. Jesus allowed it. And suddenly, the man screamed one final time. The demons left him. They entered the pigs. The entire herd panicked, rushing violently down the hill and plunging into the sea. The water churned as the pigs drowned, one after another. Then everything became stilled. No screams. No voices. No torment. Only silence.